How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome back to another Madden NFL 25 franchise video here. We have our final AFC team that didn't make the playoffs, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, we're doing their team today. 5 seasons to try to win. Injuries are on. It's not meant to be realistic. If we say a name wrong, we say a name wrong. It is a video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously. We're doing all 32 teams based on where they finished the standings, and then also in the playoffs. So, yeah, like, subscribe, enjoy the content, comment down below some of the videos, wherever socials, playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you like other content from me, TJP. Also, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Let's get on to the gameplay. Starting in preseason, pretend the first 2 weeks of the season have just don't exist. And actually, at the time this comes out, this is week 3 because it is Thursday night football. All right, so rosters. Let's take a look at them and see what we have in store for us. Yeah. Here we are. So quarterback, we got Trevor Lawrence, who's down to 77. Pretty crazy. Etienne Jr. and Bigsby, as well as Johnson. Halfbacks, we've got no fullbacks. Wide receivers, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and Brian Thomas Jr. Top 3 guys. Evan English, we are tight end. We have left tackle Cam Robinson. Ezra Cleveland, left guard. Mitch Morris will be our center. Brandon Scherf's going to be our right guard. Right tackle is going to be Anton Harrison. Trayvon Walker, left end. Josh Hines Allen will be our right end. Defensive tackles, Arik Armstead and Devon Hamilton, top 2 guys. Left outside linebacker, Chad Muma. Devin Lloyd, middle linebacker. And then right outside linebacker, Boyasad Oluokun, with Campbell, Darby, Flowers, corners, free safety. I was about to say we don't have any free safety. Cisco, and then Darnell is going to be our strong safety. Kicking is Cam Little. Punting is Logan Cook. So that's the team. Let's take a look here at the improved team. And also, I just want to take a look at the pick situation. I could have seen it there. Didn't look there for some reason. I just like to look at it here. We could try to make some trades. That is a possibility. Could use a left outside linebacker, which I might, try to maneuver. We do have an extra 4th round pick this year, an extra 7th round pick next year, and then all of our picks, just normal picks in 2027. So, yeah, I might look to make some trades, try to see if we could get ourselves a better left outside linebacker, or we could just sign somebody. But I'm going to look at the improved team first, just to see if there's anybody out there that we could sign in for you and see potentially want to pick up. So let's go to that right now. Here it is. Improved team. So there's the fullbacks. I'm going to pick up Beck for the season. Might as well. He's a scheme fit. So just have a fullback there. It's going to give us C quality. It's fine. As for middle linebacker, left outside linebacker, Miller. We had some injuries, but we'll see if we can pick up anyone here. I'm gonna go with Deion Jones just to get him, add him to our roster. And then if there's any decent left outside linebackers that we want to pick up, I'll just probably pick them up and then maybe look to make some trades either in the off season or the middle of the season point. Also, Mac Jones, our backup QB. That's pretty cool. Go with Tyus Bowers, but I think I might just trade for a left outside linebacker. Cornerbacks. Any good corners that we might want to add to the team? Maybe Xavier Howard, that could work. I think I'm going to do that. Get him for the season. We'll get Howard. Might as well. He's here. He's ready to be signed. All right, so let's see if I can trade for a left outside linebacker. I think that's something that we should do before we start simulating. Here, a 2nd, 3rd next year, as well as a 4th round pick this year, one of our forts. And we're getting back Grenard and 2 5th round picks from the Vikings to improve our left outside linebacker position. All right, let's head on to the sim. I'll see you guys at the midseason point. Hopefully, we're a pretty solid team. Okay, so we're doing horrible. 1-6, not playing very well, which is very unfortunate to see. So we got to see what the hell is going on. Well, Trevor Lawrence has been not great because he's thrown 16 interceptions. So he's got to stop throwing interceptions. That's why his pass rating's so low. So that's their problem right there. Throwing a lot of picks. Interception's not going to work. So got to cut those down, Trevor. Etienne Jr., 492, 1 TD. 127 with Lawrence. Bigsby, 42, 2 TDs. So yeah, the rushing only 4 TDs. Receiving wise, Christian Kirk 557, 7 TDs, 336 and 1 from Davis. Thomas Jr. 284 and 4, 261 and 1 from Evan Ingram. In terms of sacks, I mean, our line's been solid. Cam Robinson 3 sacks allowed, and a few guys with 1. So yeah, tackles 45 from Darby, 40 from Lloyd. Luakun with 37, 33 from Darnell. Savage, Trey with 32 as well. Cisco, Howard 28, 25 from Hines Allen and Walker. In terms of sacks, 5 from Hines Allen. Armstead with 3, 2.5 from Walker. A couple guys with 1.5 sack there from Ronald Darby. Interceptions, 2 from Savage, and a bunch of guys with 1. There's your kicking, there's your punting, there's your kick return, and there is your punt return. So obviously, Trevor Lawrence got to step it up. Got to stop throwing them damn interceptions. That is the problem, because if you look at the team rankings, we are passing a lot, but yeah, we're not doing too great there. Honestly, our defense hasn't been very good either. We get them a lot of points, so we got to improve there on that front too. But yeah, other than us passing a lot of yards, yeah, we're just not doing too great. So let's see. We got some guys ready for negotiations. A little bit of money there. Cisco, try to resign him. Robinson. I think a couple of you guys will have options as well, so we will worry about that towards the end. Yeah, a couple guys here. Let me just make sure that I have the draft close loaded in. So we're going to choose it. Import local file. I really wish I could fix the draft classes. I still can't. For some reason, I still can't get them to work. So, we'll just use this one. Not a big deal. Alright. That's it. Yeah, let's see if we can negotiate some of these guys' contracts. And it's not going to be many. Probably try to see if we can keep a few of these guys around. And Cisco should want to re-sign with that. Yep, that should be good. Cam Robinson. This should work. Maybe. Yep. All right. A little bit of a discount. Mac Jones could wait. Sure. Why not? That should work. Does. 10 million now. Howard, I wouldn't mind keeping him around. Throw him a little 3-year deal. It works. 4.9 million. Deion Jones, a little 2-year deal. That should work. All right, so there we go. That's good. That's good. So now, everybody else here, we got some options. And that's it. We'll just get those guys to stay, and we'll see what happens. But right now, 1-6. Hopefully, we can. I mean, we're not gonna make the playoffs. I don't think. I mean, we just won our first game last week against the Patriots, so we're probably gonna be out and about. Maybe have a good pick, and we'll just try to see what happens next time. And by next time, I mean next year, because it looks like this year's a bit of a lost cause. All right, so end of the season, you can see we finished 6-11. You see the rankings there. Not great, but that's okay. Definitely a bit of a down season. Let's take a look at the stats, see how we fared. We were a little bit better in the second half of the year. A little bit better. Not great, but a little bit better. Again, I mean, you look at Trevor Lawrence's stats. I mean, good amount of TDs, but too many interceptions. Got to cut those down. 86.1 passer rating, 65% complete percentage. 846 yards there. You can see Travis Etienne, 1,109, 5 TDs, which I guess is pretty all right. In terms of receiving, Christian Kirk, 1,132, 10 TDs, 814 and 3 from Davis. Thomas Jr., 722 and 8, 686 and 6 there from Evan Ingram, those top receivers. Robinson, a little too many sacks. A few guys with 3. Harrison, 2. Hodges, 1. So hopefully we can improve there a little bit next year. On 12, tackles from Devin Lloyd. Oluokun, 96. 88 from Darby. 82 from Savage. Cisco is 78. 66 from Howard. 65 from Trey. 55 from Walker. Reek was 42. 41 from Hines Allen. It just keeps going from there. Sacks, 10 from Walker. Hines Allen, 9. 8 from Armstead. Devon with 3, 2 from Devin Lloyd, 1.5 from Oluokun, a couple guys with 1, and a few guys with half sack. Interceptions, Darby with 4, a few guys with 3, 2 from Lloyd, and a bunch of guys with 1. Kicking, punting, kick, and punt return, also there too. Alright. Obviously to make the playoffs, so we're going to have a good high draft pick, I would assume, or at least somewhat high. I don't know how high. Maybe like a top 8 pick. So let's advance. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Look at the recap and then go on to the offseason. So let's look at the recap here. Eagles, Bengals, and the Eagles take the victory over the Bengals. Jalen Hurts will be the Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes, the NFL MVP. Obviously, Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie, Rashid Rice. Defense Player of the Year was Kenny Moore II. Caleb Williams for the Bears. Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year was Edwin Cooper. So, cool. Let's head on to the offseason. All right, so I re-signed a fair bit of the players, but I do want to bring back a couple other guys here, like Lloyd for the option, Walker. I think there might be some other guys that maybe want to keep. Honestly, no, I think we're okay. So we'll have a little bit of money to play around with in free agency. Not much. I might do some contract restructuring. So we'll just see who's out there and then really just head on to the draft and see if we can add some more talent to the team. I think we still have our first round pick. I think we do. I'll have to double check. But yeah, $7.36 million. It's not enough to really sign a lot of guys. But again, like I said, we could do a little restructuring to get myself some more talent on this team. So I think that's what I'll do. So we are going to go to free agency recap here. Show you guys who we signed. A lot of it wasn't much. There wasn't much. But just to add some additional depth, we did get ourselves Evan Brown, Darren Moore, Peyton Turner, and Natane Muti. That was it. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, we're just going to go to the draft. I think I have my first round pick. Show you guys who we make at that selection. And that's it. Let's head on to the draft. We have the 6th pick in the draft, which is a good pick, I'd say. So we're going to make our selection here. Jalen Miller at number 1. Wow. I got to think about who I want here. There's a few guys we could maybe go after. So what do we have on that left outside linebacker spot? Where's C? We need a corner, it looks like. So I'm looking DJ Benson maybe. Could be a good pickup. So I think I might go with DJ Benson. What about middle linebackers? Anybody out here that's decent? I mean, mostly just left outside linebackers. So I think I'm going to go DJ Benson, get ourselves a corner. I feel like he'd be a pretty solid pickup. So we're going to take him with our pick. So DJ Benson. I'm going to make the rest of the picks, and I'll see you guys once I have all of our picks to show you at the recap. Draft recap, let's view the contract details, and yeah, this is who we got. So a lot of picks were made. Got ourselves some linebackers, some safeties, a fullback, see a defensive tackle there, another corner, a couple tight ends. I like it. I like the moves we made. So let's head on to the second season and see if we can hopefully be better than we were last year. All right, let's look at the roster for the second season. So here we are. Quarterbacks will be Trevor Lawrence. We have halfbacks Etienne Jr., Bigsby, and Robinson, top 3 guys. Fullback, we have Sean LaPierre. Wide receiver, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, and Brian Thomas Jr., top 3 guys. Evan Ingram still our tight end. Left tackle is going to be Cam Robinson. Right left guard, we have Ezra Cleveland. Center will be Mitch Morse. We have right guard Brandon Scherf. For school, Scurf. Could be Scurf, but I think it's Scherf. I don't know, let me know. Anyways, Anton Harrison, right tackle. Left end, Trayvon Walker. The right end will be Josh Hines-Allen. Reek Armstead, the defensive tackle, as well as Hamilton up there too. Grenard's going to be our left outside linebacker. Lloyd and Jones, top 2 middle linebackers. And then right outside linebackers will be Oluokun. Corners, Campbell, Howard, and Benson. We got Cisco as our free safety, strong safety, Darnell Savage. Cam Little, kicking, punting will be Logan Cook. Like I said, we have our first round pick this year, 4th, 5th, 6th, and an extra 7th. After that, we have all of our picks, it looks like. So that's, I guess, good to see. So let's take a look here at how the team is shaping up. So if we go to the improved team, how can we improve the team? I mean, honestly, we get a better fullback, but I don't think there's any fullbacks out there that we could sign. Doesn't look like it. Yep. I don't really like this filter, man. Sometimes it's just a little crummy. Could get a better kicker. Instead of Cam Little, we could go like a Will Lutz or a Jason Sanders, perhaps. But I think I think we'll kind of just keep the team like that as is. I'm going to make sure these schemes are of the most efficient in terms of fit. And we're 73 on the West Coast zone, and we'll go with that. Base 4-3, 96% fit. That's probably our best one, and it is, so we're going to keep it that way. All right, let's see how we do this year. Hopefully we're better. That's the hope. And if we need to make a trade at the mid-season point, we will. But for now, just keep the team as is, and I'll see you guys at that mid-season point. Doing a little bit better, but 3-4 is still not great. So let's see here what is happening. Trevor Lawrence, a little bit of average season this year. 13 TDs, 6 interceptions, 19.2 passer rating, 67% complete percentage on 1,677 yards. Rush-wise, 432 and 5 from ETN, 118 and 4 from Lawrence. Bigsby, same amount of rush yards, but 3 TDs, so 1 less. In terms of receiving, Christian Kirk, 492 yards, 4 TDs, 421 and 4 from Brian Thomas Jr. Gabe Davis, 347 and 2, 272 and 2 from Evan Ingram. Blocking, we have Robinson, 3 sacks allowed, and a few guys with 1. Defensively, Lloyd, 54 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 35 from Oluokun, 29 from Cisco, 28 from Xavier, 26 from DJ, 24 from Savage, Armstead, 23, 20 from Grenard. And then sacks, 3 from Armstead, 2.5 from Smith and Walker, and a couple guys here with 1.5. Interceptions, 5 guys, each with 1. There's your kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. Gotta get a better kicker than Cam Little. Yeah, let's see if we can maybe make a couple moves. I think I want to get a better kicker. So if there is anybody out there, we should try to get them. Yeah, E10, I need to keep him around. Evan Ingram, want to keep him around. Kirk. So obviously there are a few guys here that we want to keep, but I'm over the cap. So we'll have to wait till the offseason. There's some contracts I wanted to restructure, but I couldn't. But I get to restructure them hopefully in the offseason. Now let me go to free agents. I'm going to try to see if I can pick up a better kicker. If there is one out there. I don't know if there is. Not really. Okay, now we're just going to have to wait. Or we could trade for one. Maybe do a little trade, try to get some pieces. I'm going to see what's out there in the market, try to improve the team. Because I'm looking at my team rankings here. The defense could be a little bit better. So let's see if we can maybe try to muster up trying to trade for a couple defensive pieces. Here, I'm trading away my first-round pick to the Cardinals. We're getting Melton, Wilson Sr., and Ojulari, as well as a 4th and 6th-round pick this year. So, taking on some young guys, and I'm trading for a couple other picks, just some depth picks, really, at that point. We'll see if that helps us out. Maybe not this year, but hopefully next year. Like I said, we're got to make the playoffs next year. I think next year we will. I don't know about this year. If we do, it would be a wild card, and it would kind of just be like a sneak-in job. So we did start off looks like 3-2, and we lost 2 straight there. Week 7 we lost to the Broncos. Week 6 we lost to the Titans. Hopefully this week we could beat the Steelers and try to get back on track. After the season, we did end up making the playoffs, and we have a wild card against the Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium. Pretty cool stuff. So 10-7, I'll take it. That's good enough for me. You can see they definitely have the advantage over us and everything except for opponent rush yards. The defense wasn't great, but other than that, it was alright. And then offense was decent enough. Let's take a look, though, at the stats on the season to see who played well and who didn't. So Trevor Lawrence did have a good year, 3,770 yards, 34 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Of course, he's got the nice percentage for completions, and then 105.3 passer rating. 1,058 yards, 13 TDs from Travis Etienne. 309-4 from Lawrence. Bigsby, also 4 TDs, but 241 yards. Receivers, 1,145, 18 TDs from Christian Kirk. That's great. 917 and 6 there from Gabe Davis. Brian Thomas Jr., 803 and 5, 49 and 3 from Evan Ingram. Blocking, pretty good stuff. There are 6 from Harrison. Robinson, 5 sacks allowed, 3 from Cleveland, 2 from Sheriff, and a couple guys with 1. Defensively, 105 tackles from Oluokun. 78 from Howard, Benson, 75, 70 from Lloyd, 68 from Armstead, Mac Wilson, Sr., 67, 64 from Darnell, 61 from Andre Cisco, 51 from Campbell, 49 from Smith, and Josh with 44 sacks. Smith, 9.5, 9 from Armstead, 6 from Walker, 4.5 from Hines Allen, 1.5 there from Lloyd. A bunch of guys with 1.5 sack there from Michaels. Interceptions, 4 from Cisco. A couple guys here with 3, a few guys with 2, a few guys with 1. Kicking, punting, kick, return, punt, return. So now we're going to go into the Super Sim, right? I thought it backed down in the game. We go to the Super Sim here against the Ravens. Let's see if we can beat them. We're in the top left corner. Bottom right, Packers to Eagles, in case you guys care. All right, let's head on to the Super Sim. See if we win. So we're in the Super Sim. We're just about to be in it. So I'm just going to skip ahead to it. And see if we can get the job done against those pesky Ravens. So we're going to fast forward to the end of the game and see if we can win. So first blood will go to us. We're up 7-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter, you're going to get a field goal there, but we're going to go up 14-3. They can make it 14-6. Going to the second half, we are up 8. Third quarter, they tie the game up. 14-14, they're going to take the lead here. No, they're not. We are 17-14. They're going to take the lead again. And, oh, they're up 11. So we're going to go normal speed here. 2nd and 5. We're going to score quick here. 3rd and 1. We're not really scoring quick enough. Incomplete pass. 15-yard reception. That's pretty good. Minute 52. 7-yard rush, Trevor Lawrence. 2nd and 3. 14-yard reception. 48 seconds. Incomplete pass. 41 seconds. Got to score a touchdown here. Okay. Yeah, they recovered it. So that's it. That's the game. Okay, I was going to see if we could hop in, but it didn't really work out for us. So we lose that wild card game, unfortunately, as Ravens beat us. Would have been nice to win it, but couldn't get the job done. So, all right, well, we're going to have a little bit of work to do next season. So we'll see what happens, but at least the trades got us to the playoffs. So the Bills versus the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys won. Dak Prescott, Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP was Patrick Mahomes. Sean McDermott was Coach of the Year. Patrick Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year was Chris Jones. Travis Hunter, Cowboys Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year was our rookie, DJ Benson. So congratulations to you, DJ. So let's head on to the third season. Hopefully, a nice jump. We'll see a nice jump from him. All right, so we have a little bit of money, nothing too crazy. But we do have some guys with options as well. Like Anton Harrison, we're going to give him that 5th year. And then after that, I mean, there's a bunch of free agents. I mean, ETN, we want to keep him around, of course, so we'll throw him a little contract, hopefully. Even if it's a little bit of an overpay. Oh, we're gonna franchise tag this man. Yeah, we'll do that after. Evan Ingram. This should work. Get you a little 4-year deal. You want to say? Yeah, you do. And then we'll also have to try to keep Kirk around and some of these other guys. I mean, Fortner can test. I mean, even Morse is probably, like, kind of up there in age. So, I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to restructure some contracts now and try to get those guys. We're franchise tagging ETN, so we already know that. All right, so we basically got who we wanted back. I mean, Coke can test, that's fine. Franchise tagging ETN. So we'll have a little bit of money to play around with the free agency. I still want to be able to negotiate or restructure Trevor Lawrence's contract, but the game doesn't let me. So Fortner can test, that's fine. Doesn't really matter to me. So yeah, let's advance on to free agency. And we're going to see if we try to add just a little bit of talent to the team and kind of just see where we can go from there. It looks like I need a strong safety, so... Ooh, Kittle, man. Ooh, okay. There's some... That might change my mind right there. Kittle and Mark Andrews. I got it. Ooh. Chris Olave would be a good pickup, too. Ooh, man. All right. I got to look, man. I mean, I like Evan Ingram, but, I mean, if I can get Mr. George Kittle, I mean, why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean? So, let's look around and see if we can maybe pry a guy away or something. Let's view the free agency recap. I mean, the only thing I did, obviously, well, I picked up George Kittle, and then I also got Isaiah Simmons, needed a strong safety. So, big pickup in George Kittle. I was like, I got to get him, and I got him. So I like that move for us. It's big. That's going to make us more potent on offense as well. At least I assume it would. I tried to make some trades, but it just wouldn't let me do trades. Said, oh, the cap situation. So, it's fine. I guess we're just going to go into the season with Evan Ingram on my team. Maybe we'll trade him at the mid-season point. But yeah, for now, let's just head on to the start of the third season because we got the draft. I'll show you guys the recap since we don't have any first-round picks. Draft recap, we're going to view the contract details here. It's nothing crazy in the draft. I mean, again, these are just some depth picks. We'll see if any of them amount to anything in the next few seasons. I'll see you guys at the start of the third season. We'll look at the roster and see what moves we need to make going forward. And here, is it third season or? Yeah, third season. I was about to say, I don't even know if it's third season or not. Yeah, the team's looking pretty good. Trevor Lawrence, QB, of course, ETN, Bigsby, and Simpson. Top 3 halfbacks. Fullbacks at LaPierre and Burton. Wide receivers, Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, and Brian Thomas Jr. Top 3 guys. George Kittle will be our tight end. Still have Evan Ingram. We also got this Jaden Holiday guy. He's pretty good too. So maybe we can move him as well. He's got some, probably has some value. Cam Robinson, left tackle. Left guard, we've got Ezra Cleveland. Center's going to be Mitch Morse. Probably want to get a better center. That's definitely the trade I'll do if I move Evan Ingram. Right guard will be Scherf to start. Right tackle, Anton Harrison. Trevon Walker is our left end. Right end will be Josh Hines-Allen. Mason Smith, defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker is Stephen Michaels. Middle linebackers Lloyd and Wilson Sr. Right outside linebacker Aluakon. Corners Campbell, Benson, and Melton. Top 3 guys. Free safety Andre Zisco. Strong safety Isaiah Simmons. Kicking, we need to get a kicker. Punter, we need to get a punter. So we need a kicker and a punter. Don't forget it. I forgot to get it. So I'm going to get it right now. So who's out there? Well, let's find out. We're going to go to free agents. I'm sure actually Little Cook's out there. No, he's not. We're going to get we'll get Aubrey. And then we'll also get Bjorquez to be our punter. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with those moves. Let's see how this team does. I think we should be pretty good. In terms of the trade center, we do have some picks that we can move, some players. I mean, I could try to move Evan Ingram now to get a center. I don't know if that would work. But if I can, that would be probably the most ideal move. So I'll look around, see if there's anybody out there that has a center that I can get. And we'll see if we can grab him. Pick 7 to Joe Tippett from the Jets for Evan Ingram. So yeah, Tippett's going to be our center. I know Ingram kind of could have got some more, but it's fine. I get a little extra picks. Obviously, since we have Kittle and that young tight end, I think we're good on him. We don't really need him as good as he's been, but I think we're just going to go the new direction. So let's see how we do in this third season. I'll see you guys at the midseason point. We're currently sitting at 5-2 right now. Pretty solid stuff. You see the rankings. We're a pretty good offensive team. Defensively, we've been all right. Could be better, could be worse, but we're definitely a good offensive team. Got the Steelers this week. They're a great defensive team. You see the rankings. 4-2. Now we are 5-2, and we're playing pretty well. Let's take a look here at the stats on the season so far for all the players. I mean, looks like Trevor Lawrence having a great year. 1,811 yards, 17 TDs, 3 interceptions, 70% completion percentage, 126.4 passer rating. That's what we love to see. Bigsby has been my top back this year because ETN missed some time, so that's something to keep note of. 582 and 3 there from Christian Kirk on the receiving. 517 and 7 from Gabe Davis. Brian Thomas Jr. 314 2, 293 and 3 from George Kittle. Blocking, you see there Tippmann 4 sacks, 2 from Robinson, a couple guys with 1. Tackles 47 from Devin Lloyd. A couple guys with 43, 34 from Melton, 25 from DJ, 24 from Josh Hines-Allen, 22 from Zisco, and a couple guys at 20. Dips from there. Sacks, 7 as a team, a few guys at 2, and then 1 from Mason Smith. Kicking, punting, kick, and punt return. This will be the team. Not looking to make any trades, but we're going to take a look here at the contract negotiations just to see who's out there. We do have some players. Now we are over the cap, so do want to keep ETN Jr. around, of course. We have Walker. Gabe Davis needs to be re-signed. Devin Lloyd. I think a couple of these guys also have options, but they'd be back here. Yeah, just Thomas Jr. So, all right. Fun free agency or off-season coming up ahead of us, but I think this year let's worry about making the playoffs and trying to go on a run. Did you look at this? 13-4, and we're taking on the Ravens again. Trying to see if we can win this year. And, of course, the Chiefs get the bye. Yep. Panthers, Packers, bottom right corner. But we had a good season. I'd like it to not end. This time we're the home team. And if we look at the standings and the team stats, you can see Kansas City was 16-1, so no shot for us getting that conference bye. But I gotta say, I like the way we looked here. Third in offensive points per game, pass yards 6th, rush yards 5th, so our offense is great. 16th on the opponent's points per game, opponent's pass yards 30th, which isn't great, and then 2nd rush yards, so some good aspects, some bad aspects. Take a look at the stats on the season. As you can see, Lawrence had a good year. 4,392 yards, 39 TDs, 10 interceptions, 76% completion percentage, 123.6 passer rating. ETN obviously missed 4 games, otherwise his rush yards would be more. But he had 957 still, 12 TDs, 509 and 6 from Tank, 316.5 from Lawrence. Receiving wise, 1,510, 13 TDs from Kirk, 1,016, 11 from Davis, 714 and 6 from George Kittle, Brian Thomas Jr., 706 and 3. So I like the way that we received. Blocking, we have Robinson, 7 sacks allowed, 5 from Tippmann, a couple guys with 4, 2 from Harrison, 1 from Scherf. Lloyd, 125 tackles, 122 from Oluokun. Isaiah Simmons, 87, 73 from Max Melton. DJ was 64, 62 from Cisco. Campbell, 55, 47 there from Josh. 45 from Smith. Walker, 43, and dips from there. You can see the sacks there. Josh, 9, 5.5 from Walker. 3.5 from Lloyd. Mason Smith, 2. A couple guys with 1, and a couple guys with a half sack. Interceptions, a few guys with 3, a couple guys with 2, and a couple guys with 1. That will give you 15 as a team. Did you know? Now you know. Kicking, punting, kick and punt return for those that want to see to believe. You can see to believe. Believe me when I tell you. I'm moving the microphone up a little bit since I want to sit back like this to leave you a minute. I actually want to move my seat over a little bit if I can. I think that's it's about as much as I can move it, so that way I'm kind of looking straight at the camera. All right. Alright, I'll just turn a little bit like this. Alright, so this should be okay. Let's hop on to the Super Sim. Can we beat the Baltimore Ravens? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Let's go to the Super Sim and try to get past them this year. Here we are. Let's go to the Super Sim, jump forward to the end of the game, and see what the story has to tell us. We are the home team, mind you, so hopefully that helps. First blood will go to the Jaguars, up 7-0. They tie it up. They take the lead very quickly. They're up 21-7. Shout out to the EA Sim Engine. We're down by 2 TDs. Make it a field goal now. 24-17. Can't seem to score. Finally score there. Get a field goal only. They get another field goal. They're going to win this football game. 27-10. Again, piss poor Electronic Arts Sim Engine. Need to fix it because that doesn't make any sense. But it does, and I'm just trying to cope. Alright. Let's see what happened here. Lawrence was horrible. No touchdowns, 159 yards, 60.7 completion percentage. Do I got to move him? I might have to move him. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe he's not the guy. Maybe he's not that guy. Well, we'll find out. I mean, 4th season's coming up, so a lot of decisions to make in the offseason. All right, so you might be curious. Who made the Super Bowl? Well, the Bears and the Bills. Bears win. Caleb Williams, Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes with the NFL MVP. Brandon Washington, Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes. Aiden Hutchinson was the Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Gaithers was the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Morgan Graham, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Bears as well. All right, so on to the offseason. We got to consider trying to figure out how we can make this team better. Well, I also have to make sure we can have enough money to re-sign some of our guys. Let's take a look here at the roster because we got to negotiate some contracts here. So team salaries, what the hell is going on here? Well, we got to figure it out. Okay, I can finally restructure Trevor Lawrence's massive contract, but it only frees up $3.66 million. It's not really a lot. I can't really trade him right now until free agency starts. I guess we could restructure it, but I don't know how much of a cap that's going to kill us at. But, yeah, there's a lot of work I need to do. So, let me go to restructure contracts first, I guess. See if we can free up a little bit of money and see what we could add to this team and re-sign. Alright, so I'm going to franchise tag ETN again, which means I'm losing Lloyd. I'm losing a couple of these other guys here, which might suck. Aubrey. Okay. Obviously, no money in free agency. So, whatever picks we have, we'll just have to fill out the roster that way. Since I'm out of money. I mean, unless I try to trade somebody. Well, yeah, I don't know who would be that guy other than maybe. There's a couple guys here that are decent that I mean, a couple of guys I want to re-sign, but the only thing I could think of is if I wanted to trade Trevor Lawrence for somebody else. Like, that would be probably the guy to move. Like, and the thing is, it doesn't even free up that much cap. So, I don't even know who has, like, the biggest hit. Is it Hines Allen? Oh, so it's like, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many guys that Harrison, nope. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the team, I guess. We're just going to go to the draft. Try to see if we can add some more talent through there. I'll show you a good recap, and then we'll head on to the fourth season. Try to see if we can get some more depth pieces. But yeah, we're like I said, we're vying for some outside linebackers in the draft. The recap for this season. Now, we did have a first-round pick, but again, these are auto-generated players. I did get myself a quarterback since I just kind of took the top talent that we could get. Now, we did also grab ourselves a middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Now, they are low overalls, but I needed guys at those positions, so that was what was available to me at that point. Obviously not a great draft, but we're in a little bit of a sticky situation. I mean, we'll see how well we can fare next year, but it is going to look a little bit tight. It's going to look a little bit tight, but we're just going to advance on to the fourth season, look at the roster, and try to work with what we have. The fourth season. It is looking pretty interesting. I mean, Lawrence is our quarterback. We've got ETN, Bigsby, and Simpson. Fullback still Splash Burton. We have Gavis, Thomas Jr., and Kirk. Only three wide receivers. I thought I had more than that. Kittle, Holiday, and Whitney. Tight ends. Left tackles, Cam Robinson's there. Left guard will be Evan Brown. Center will be Joe Tippmann. Scherf will be our right guard. Right tackle will be Anton Harrison. Left end will be Trayvon Walker. Right end will be Josh Hines Allen. All these hurt right now. Defensive tackles, Mason Smith, Jordan Jefferson, top guys. Left outside linebacker, Stephen Michaels. Middle linebackers, Jamarcus Palmer. Yancey's up there too. It's not great. Right outside linebacker, Deion Rogers. Also not great. Corners, Campbell, Benson, and Melton. I mean, we're pretty good on corners. Free safety, Cisco. That's good. Strong safety, Simmons. No kickers or punter. The game's going to have to give me one since we are way over the cap. So if I go to the improved team, we can look and you'll see we're over the cap. Now, kickers, Cam Little's right there. I could try to re-sign him, but that's the problem. He's over the cap. So whatever happens, I guess, this year. We'll see how well we can do. Like I said, I can't make any trades. We're over the cap. I'm not going to really move any players, so I guess we'll just have to wait till the next year, most likely. I mean, I could maybe throw in a player, like maybe a couple corners. I could try that to see if I can maybe, free up some money. Like if I threw in like Jerry and Jones, for example, that can maybe get me like a cheap guy that won't absolutely kill my cap. Like I could do something like that. So I'll look and see if I can maybe get myself just like another linebacker or something, just for it to be a little bit more frugal and fruitful. Pratt and Cannon from the Bengals for Jones, Rhodes, Fox, 2 seconds, and a third-round pick. Probably should have thrown in some picks there as well, but not that they're going to be too needed for me. But that does help out a little bit. It's a small move, but it like I said, it could help. So I think that'll be it for now. I'll probably see you guys at the mid-season point. Maybe we'll have to make another move there, but we'll just see how well this team does for this fourth season. All right, so we're at the mid-season point, and we started off 5-0, lost to the Colts, but we're actually off to a good start of the season. I'm kind of surprised about that, how well of a start we're off to. Would have been nice to beat the Colts, but of course they're 6-0. I mean, shout out to the EA for that one. All right, let's take a look at the stats on the season so far. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. I guess our offense has been very good. You see Trevor Lawrence having a nice season right there. Rush-wise, ETN, 518, 4 TDs. He's been healthy, so that's good. Only 4 rush TDs, and it's by him, so that's cool. Gabe Davis, 377, 4 TDs. George Kittle, 351 and 4 TDs, 312 and 4 from Brian Thomas, 309 and 3 from Christian Kirk. So all our receivers around the same, so that's great. Blocking-wise, sacks allowed, 4 from Robinson, 3 from Tippmann, and 1 from Harrison Brown. In terms of tackles, Stephen Michaels, 40, Pratt with 34, 25 from Walker and Benson, Cisco, 24, 23 from Melton, 22 from Simmons, Tyson Campbell, 21, 20 from Josh Hines Allen. Sacks, 5.5 from Walker, Hines Allen, 3, 1.5 there from Pratt. A few guys with 1, a couple guys with a half. Just 3 receptions as a team. It's a little low, but we have Chase McLaughlin kicking, Doug Folan punting, each kick return and punt return right there. All right, so like I said, we're doing well offensively, it looks like. Defensively, I feel like we're another story. But, I don't know. If we're 5-1, I can't be complaining about it. Actually, we're not even doing that bad defensively. As you can see, we're 12th in offensive points per game, 9th in pass yards, 4th in rush, 5th in opponent's points per game, 13th in opponent pass yards, and rush 17th. Now, we have 11 players up for negotiation, but we are over the cap. I can't negotiate anybody. Obviously, I'm probably going to have to franchise tag ETN. Want to keep Harrison around, Melton, Smith. There are some guys here that we want to keep. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. And Benson has an option, which is good. So, I think, can we make any trades? We can. We have enough money to maybe make a small move for, what do we have for right outside linebacker? We have Rodgers. If I can get a better right outside linebacker, that would be great. So I'll look around and see if there's any possibility of that potentially happening. Let's find out and see. Done deal here. Rodgers, Burton, a 3rd round pick in 2029, a 1st round pick in this year. We're getting the Packers Hopper and Marion, right outside linebacker and strong safety. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round picks as well this year. So I like that move for us. A little bit more depth picks for the 5th and final season, but let's see how we do this year. Hopefully make the playoffs. That seems like we will. We're 5-1, so I don't see why we wouldn't be able to make it. Will we get the bye, though? That is another story. Great season again. 13-4, taking on the Bengals, who are 10-7. Unfortunately, the Colts went 17-0. 17-0. It's a hell of a season right there for them. But, I mean, we were going to beat that. But it's a good year nevertheless. Let's look at the stats and awards, see what the players were looking like. And, I mean, overall, not a bad year. Trevor Lawrence, almost 3,800 yards, 434 TDs, 8 interceptions, 74% clip, and a 115.2 passer rating. ETN, 1,381 yards, 14 TDs, 316.3 from Lawrence. Bigsby, 206.4 on the rush. Receiving-wise, 1,027 yards, 7 TDs, 841 and 7 from George Kittle. Brian Thomas Jr., 79 and 8, 714 and 10 from Christian Kirk on the receiving end. Blocking, sacks allowed. We have Robinson with 8, 5 from Harrison, Tippmann 3, a couple guys 2, a couple guys with 1 there. And then tackles, 103 from Pratt, 94 from Michaels, Benson, 87, 77 from Tyson, 68 from Andre Sisco, Clint Marion, 63, 62 from Max Melton. Trayvon Walker, 56, 50 from Josh Hines Allen, and it just dips from there. Now, I could see sacks, 12.5 from Hines Allen, Walker, 12. A few guys with 2.5, 1.5 there from Pratt, 1 from Michaels, and a bunch of guys with half a sack. 4 from Campbell, 3 from Marion, a couple guys with 2, a few guys with 1 on the interceptions. Kicking, punting, kick return, punt return. And that's what we have. That is what we have. That is what we have. Now, can we beat the Bengals? I would like to advance to the divisional if we can. I'd like to win a playoff game this video. That would be nice, EA. You can see our rankings compared to theirs, and you know, I feel like we have the advantage in some areas. They have the advantage in others, but we are the better team. The only thing they have the advantage over is the home field advantage, because the AFC North wasn't as strong as the AFC South, because we had the best team in the NFL. It's just really what it comes down to. So, all right, let's head on to the Super Sim. See if we can win. Wild card. There's Trevor Lawrence in his wonderful hair. There's Joe Burrow in his hair, I guess. And here is the Super Sim. Let's go to the end of the game and see if we can win it. First blood will go to us. No, them. Never mind. 6-0. We take the lead, though, 7-6. They're going to make it 9-7 on a field goal. We're down 2, but we're going to make it 14-9. They're going to make it 16-14. We are down by 2 going into the second half. They're going to make it 23-14. We can't seem to score anymore. Now we're down by 12. Can we score here? Yes. We go normal speed here. Got to get a stop. 3rd and 1. They don't. 1st and 10. 17 on reception. Not good. That's good. Second down. Make it third, please. Please get a fourth down stop. Nope. Shout out to EA's super piss poor sim engine. 2-yard rush. 8-yard rush. And the game's over. Game's over. Game is over. Piss poor sim engine, man. You gotta fix it. Gotta fix it, EA. How do we constantly lose these games? We can't lose those. Come on. Gotta be better. So, there we go. I mean, listen. Everything else favored us, but I guess for some reason the Bengals favored today. So, alright, well, we lost, obviously. So, I guess we have one more season to go. It's getting tougher and tougher. The money's getting thinner and thinner. So, hopefully next year is a better year than this. Let's take a look here at the Super Bowl recap. And, yeah, look at that. The Colts didn't even make it. So, Eagles beat the Bulls. Jalen Hurts was the Super Bowl MVP. Anthony Richardson was the MVP. Shane, the Coach of the Year. Josh Downs, the Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Aiden Hutchinson. Greg Herbert. Saints, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Denzel Clifford. Eagles. All right. Fifth and final season, here we come. Like I said, we're over the cap. We're over the cap room, so we don't have much. Obviously, Benson, we're going to accept his option. He's become a good player. Got to give him credit where credit's due. As for everybody else here, we're going to try to see if we can keep around some of these guys. But it all comes down to, can we free up enough money? I don't think we can, so we're probably going to be losing some guys no matter what we do. We'll see. Let me try to free up some more money, and we'll see what we can do. Cap. Some of these guys here are probably just gonna have to walk. I don't think I can re-sign Mason Smith. I'm just gonna franchise tag ETN again, and that's it. So we're losing Harrison, we're losing Melton, we're losing Smith. So these other guys down here, it's not too big of a deal. We gotta get another kicker and a punter. We are over the cap. So I'm going to try to make some trades then, since the free agency is not going to be of our benefit. So we're just trying to get some more picks this year and fill out the rest of the team with rookies. And that's really all I can do. Free agency is honestly not that great. So there's some pieces here we could maybe pick up. But it is what it is. All right, let's try to make some trades then to get some picks. And that's how we're just going to fill out the team for the fifth and final season. First for a 4th, 5th, 6th via the Cowboys. First trade. 2nd, 5th, and 7th via the Steelers for a future first-round pick. Thank you very much. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th via the Patriots for our 3rd, 2 4ths, and 2 5ths in future years. On pick via the Eagles for 2 6ths and 2 7ths. And that's it from me. I'm just going to show you guys the draft recap, and then we're going to hunt the 5th and final season. Let's see what we are going to get in the draft here. I'm just going to simulate it, because there's really nothing for you guys to see in terms of draft picks. So I'll show you guys who we take. We'll get on to who we ended up getting. We got some good pieces, some good receivers, some guards, which we needed. Got a lot of guys, just a lot of depth pieces. Some decent pieces that could maybe help contribute this year for our 5th and final season. But nevertheless, let's head on to the final season. See how we fare. Here's the roster for the 5th and final season of simulating. So, quarterback, Lawrence will be there, of course, starting. Halfbacks, we still have ETN, Bigsby, and then we got Mobley as well. No fullbacks. Wide receivers, Thomas Jr., Davis, and Kirk, top 3 receivers. Kittle's still our top tight end. Left tackle is still Cam Robinson. Left guard will be Dennis Dyson. Joe Tippmann, center. Right guard will be Tevin Cannon. Right tackle, Colt Garfield. Left end will be Trevon Walker. Right end, Josh Hines-Allen. Defensive tackles, Barden's up there as our top guy. Michaels will be our left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, Pratt still, which is good. Right outside linebacker, Tyron Hopper. Corners, Benson, Campbell, and Deloach, top 3 guys. Free safety, Cisco. Strong safety is Clint Marion. Then we have no kickers or punters. CPU's just going to have to fill that out for us. So this is the team. If we go to the improved team, Obviously, need a kicker. Brandon Aubrey's out there, but I can't afford him. So, it's fine. I think for now, we could see what the CPU does to fill out the rest of the roster. I am curious to see if we have the best schemes available in terms of team fit. Only 57% down the West Coast zone run, so I'm going to change that up. We'll go 69% on that vertical zone run, or I could go 60 on the vertical power run. I'm going to go zone run. Base 4-3. We're going to run probably the base 4-3, yeah, so we'll keep it that way. Not the best scheme fits, but we'll see what happens throughout the season. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Hopefully we're in the playoffs. Should be able to be in the playoffs. Off to a good start. Again, 5-1. Let's look at the stats on the season. So Trevor Lawrence not throwing too much, but has 1,153 yards, not a single interception, which is great. That's why his passer rating is so high. 10 TDs, 74% completion percentage. ETN 478 and 4 TDs, 144 from Lawrence. Mobley 91. Thomas Jr. on the receiving end, 363, 2 TDs, 265 and 4 from Gabe Davis. George Kittle 229 1, 202 and 2 from Kirk. Blocking, see 4 sacks from Colts. James Walker 3, 2 from Cam Robinson. 9 total sacks allowed as a team. That's not terrible. In terms of tackles, Zach Pratt leading the way with 40, 39 from Michaels, 26 from Walker. A couple guys 25, 22 from Campbell, 21 from Benson, DJ 22, 21 from Campbell, I guess. Sacks 7 from Hines Allen, Monk 3, a couple guys with 2, a couple guys with 1. Interceptions just 2 as a team. Andre and Dominic. 1 apiece. There's your kicking, punting, kick, and punt return. Again, like I said, this is the team. Not making any trades. Look at the team stats and the rankings. You can see we are 13th in offensive points per game. Pass yards were 31st. 3rd in rush, and then our defense has been amazing this year. Opponent's points per game 3rd. 4th in opponent pass yards. Opponent rush yards 72, which is 3rd in the NFL. And we have a couple teams that are 7-0 so far, Bills and Ravens. So that's a tough matchup there. But we'll see how we fare in the second half of the season. I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Hopefully we are in there and make it. I think we should be able to make the playoffs. The team was fantastic. 16-1. And we are automatically in the divisional. So that's really great. You see the rankings. We were excellent other than pass yards per game. Bottom half of the league. But that's fine. Listen, great season. Great season. So let's take a look at the stats and see what the story is. I mean, you see the rankings, and yeah, we were the #1 team in the NFL. If we go to the stats and awards, let's see who did well. I can see Trevor Lawrence had a solid year. 3,758 yards, 32 TDs, 5 interceptions at a 76% completion percentage with 120.2 passer rating. ETN Jr., 1,120 yards, 16 TDs, 3-1 and 4 from Trevor Lawrence. Quincy Mobley, 274, 5 TDs. Receiving wise, Christian Kirk, 949, 15 TDs, 904 and 4 from Brian Thomas Jr., 716 and 3 from George Kittle. Gabe Davis, 658 and 6. Blocking, we have 5 from Cam, a couple guys with 4 sacks allowed, Cannon with 3, and 1 from Wynn. Tackles, 118 there from Stephen Michaels. Zach Pratt, 99, 69 from Benson. Nice, 68 from Cisco, 65 from Campbell, 57 from Josh, 54 from Dominic DeLoach, 52 from Walker, 49 from Barden and Marion, and it just dips from there. In terms of sacks, Josh Hines Allen, 14. 5 from Reese, 4.5 from Walker, 4 from Barden. A couple guys with 3, 2 from Hopper, and then a few guys with a half sack. On the interception side of things, DJ with 4, 3 from Cisco, a few guys with 2, and a few guys with 1. Kicking from Jonathan Hall, punting, kick return, punt return. All right, let's see who we're taking on in the divisional. I'll see you guys once I'm there. That's it. Let's just go to the divisional. Chargers, they are 10-7. We were 16-1. You can see their rankings compared to ours. Again, they have the pass yard advantage, but only 19th. They were 7th in opponent's points per game, and offensive points per game, they were 9th. But that's all stuff that we were #1 in. So, I mean, again, home team, Everbank Stadium. I'd say we have the advantage. Does EA think that? I don't know. But again, on talent, I guess on paper, they're the more talented team. So who the hell knows? Well, we're going to hop on anyway to the Super Sim. I'll see you guys once I'm there. Here we go, divisional. Let's hope we can beat the Chargers. As we sim to the end of the game. First blood will go to them. They're up 7-0. We're going to tie it up, though. Going to the second quarter, they're up by 7. We tie it up. They're going to take the lead again. And going to the second half, we are tied up, it looks like. And that's great. They take a 3-point lead. For some reason, we can't seem to score anymore. We score there. We're down 3. Can't get a stop. Okay, we got to play a little bit better here. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 14. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 14. We're hopping on in, 256. It's a huge stop here if we get it. Huge stop. Huge stop. Let's get a huge stop. Keep them from the first down. There we go. Okay, they got a punt. Let's go. That's good. That's good for us. 4th and 1. They are punting. We kept them at bay. Almost got that first down, but couldn't quite get it. So we have an opportunity to potentially score here. All right, we're not going to get much on a return on that, but that's all right. 2:09 to go. We still have the 3 timeouts. We still have the 2-minute warning, so we'll probably get one more play off before the 2-minute warning here. Let's see what will be in store here. Lawrence looking, finds a guy, and that's going to be big yards right there. And a timeout called. 2-minute warning. That is the timeout. So it's not actually a timeout, but, you know. So, yeah, 2-minute warning. We're at the 50-yard line, just in front of it, like in between. Let's see if we can do something great here. Get rid of it. We did. And that'll be... Is that a first down? It is a first down. They gave us that first down. All right. Minute 54, and we got out of bounds. The clock stops. Does not run. Looking. Find an open man. That is another first down. We're going to get ourselves out of bounds there. Minute 47. I really don't want to leave them time. Let's see what we do here. Minute 47. We got plenty of time. And that's going to be 1st and goal. Possibly a touchdown. Oh, a touchdown. They gave it to us. He got over. Got over the goal line. So there we go. That is going to be a 4-point lead, looks like, make this extra point. Now, here's the issue. They cannot score a touchdown on this drive. Cannot. They cannot score a touchdown. It's a solid run, I guess. They're at the 29-yard line. Good return, minute 37. Let's see what their team can do. Hopefully not much. Defense needs to step up here and get another stop. Herbert looking. That's going to be a catch. They're going to get themselves out of bounds there. They have all 3 timeouts just like we do. 2nd and 7. Minute 32 to go. Of course, they're going for it every time. So we just have to get them 3 stops, and then that's it, pretty much. That's a first down. And they call their first timeout. So they get a first down there, forward. We're forward, so we pushed them back. But it was forward. They were going forward. Herbert looking. That's another first down. And they will call their second timeout. No, they won't. They're going to let it run. Herbert's having a good game, by the way. They do call it. Herbert's having a good game. Herbert's having a very good game, actually. 5 TDs, no interceptions. I guess the defense is letting him down a little bit. Well, not just him, just letting the fans down. That's another good pass, and that is a good break. And the clock will run. They're not calling the timeout. He was a little spazzing out there. Under a minute to go. Can't let them get this touchdown. That's the problem. So we got to get a stop here. That is going to be a sack. That's huge. And they do call the timeout there. 50 seconds left. 2nd and 17. That was a big stop right there. 2nd and 17. Now they don't have any timeouts. Oh, it would have been huge to get that sack there, but unfortunately we didn't. But only 3-yard gain. Clock is ticking. 32 seconds. 31, 30 now. And another pass there. Prevent the first down. We do prevent the first down. 4th and 4. Will they have enough time to get... They're going to have one more time. They have a little bit more time to get one more play off here. Do not let them get a touchdown. And we actually force a drop. So that'll be the game right there as we hold on to beat the pesky Chargers in the divisionals. That means we were going to the conference championship here in our 5th and final season as Trevor Lawrence takes a knee. That's it. Close one there, 42-38, but we were able to survive against LA. Very nice stuff there from the guys. And, yeah, Justin Herbert had a good game. So did Trevor Lawrence, so he did a solid game too. So shout out to the guys, but we took the game. By a pubic hair, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's just head on to the next game. AFC Championship game. This is a good team. You see their rankings compared to ours. The only thing they have the advantage over us is opponent pass yards. They're 2nd. We are 8th. But they got some good categories, though. They're 3rd in rush, 6th in opponent's points per game, 6th in offensive points per game. We are 21st in pass yards. Really great. But they're worse than us because they like to run the ball more. We'll see what happens. Let's head on to the Super Sim. I'll see you guys once I'm there. Hopefully we can make the Super Bowl. So here we are in the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens here with the Super Sim. As we jump forward to the end of the game. So first blood, who will it go to? It will go to the Ravens. They're up 7-0. They're actually going to take a 14-0 lead now. Never mind, 10. Make it 17. Can't seem to score for some odd reason. Finally get a field goal. Get some stops. You're going to score 17-10. Fourth quarter, they're going to score again 20-10. It is a close. It's somewhat close. Got to play some defense here. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 6. Get a 4th down stop here. And we don't. Shout out to EA's super amazing sim engine. 2nd and 8 there. 2 minutes, 3 seconds. They get a 3rd and 3. 3-yard reception. 4th and inches. They are going to go for the field goal here. And they're going to make it. So, minute 38, we are down 6. 2 timeouts. At least we got them. They got a field goal, so we kept them to that. And let's see if we're going to return this. We are going to get a okay return there. 30-yard line, minute 33 to go 70 yards. It's doable with 2 timeouts, minute 33 to go. I think it's doable. Certainly doable. Just can't get sacked, obviously. Okay, that's not bad. That'll be 7 yards on that, and the clock stops. Don't have to use a timeout. Minute 28. Just use the the sidelines. Don't use the timeouts. No need to. See if we get this first down there. We do just that. Let's get out of bounds, and we do. Very nice. Minute 24. 47-yard line. Clock is stopping. Very good start to the drive. This is where we want to be. Why are my guys celebrating? Why are you celebrating after that? Don't celebrate. How the hell? First off, what is this? Cringe. But that was embarrassing, Trevor Lawrence. What the hell was that? He is not even close to being open. You literally just threw it to a wide open Roquan Smith. You just threw it to a wide open Roquan Smith. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open. The game's over. How the hell do you throw an interception there like that? Like, that's a bad interception. That is such a bad interception. Maybe a fumble? Nope. That would have been great. 3rd and 7. I mean, of course, terrible. Would have been nice to get a first down. You could have got a 4th down stop maybe, and then we could have had a chance to maybe get the ball back in one more play, but couldn't get that. But I'm not even mad at my defense. It's not even my defense's fault. That is literally all on Trevor Lawrence. What the hell were we thinking there? Like, why would we throw that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense why you would throw to a wide open Roquan Smith. That's just very frustrating. It's a great way to end the video, I guess, right? Well, we couldn't get it done, but we had a good team, but not good enough, clearly. That decision right there from Trevor Lawrence, man, that is so frustrating. So frustrating. What are you going to do? Frustrating, but what are you going to do? Let's see who wins the Super Bowl, then close out the video. It was the Battle of the Birds. Seahawks lost to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson was the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, NFL MVP. Doug Peterson, our coach of the year, not that matters. Rasheed Rice, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Cedric Gray. Derek Smith, Chiefs. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Dorian Watson, Saints. All right, and with that being said, let's go to the full screen, close out the video. Like, subscribe, comment down below some of my videos. For socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you like the content from me, DJP, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload, and all that cool stuff that I just said. Now, one thing to point out, that was, I'm pretty sure, the final team that didn't make the playoffs. Now I have, I believe, 14 other teams to do, right? So here is the thing, right? It is technically started week 3. I want to get this stuff all done, like, if possible, before week 6. If possible. And I think I can get that done. So, yeah, I think we have 7 teams like that we just need to do, and then for each conference now. So, if anything, my first NFC team, and I have to look at the where the playoffs kind of folded, who got eliminated first. But you know that, yeah, we have only just playoff teams now. So we'll probably pump out 5 videos. We're trying to get the Maddens done as fast as I can. I mean, because like I said, it's hard because I did so much college football that slowed down. I still got to do a few more teams that people suggested, which I will eventually get to. So a lot of content, man, a lot of content. Obviously, we have 2K. 2K might slow down a little bit for this month now, but then it'll ramp up, and then obviously NHL, that'll ramp up. I'll also get soccer out there. Maybe we'll mix in a college football video here or there, some other stuff, but there's just so much games and content that I need to do. And then I got a fantasy draft as well for this, so that's on the pipeline as well. But for now, I'm going to head on out for today. Take care. See you soon. Peace.